Welcome home, horror fans. My name's Adam.
And I'm Zoe. And where is Saw 11?
It's been a little while since we've addressed the question of where Saw 11 is, so we thought it's time to release another video. In fact, it's been about 6 months since we've talked about Saw 11.
A lot of things have happened.
A lot of things have happened, or not.
Have they?
Or not. So let's get started with some Saw 11 updates. I know you guys are dying to hear where the new Saw film is. I know we are.
Oh, yeah.
We're very keen for a new Saw movie.
Saw 11, is that even happening anymore?
Is it even happening? I know there was some talk about it. So let's start with the obvious ones. The Tobin Bell update. Zoe, where are we with Tobin Bell?
Well, let's find out. He's still alive.
He's still alive.
He's still alive.
Yeah, this is some great news. Tobin Bell is still alive.
At 83 years old.
He's 83 years old.
Oh, they better hurry it up.
Look, it's concerning. It's concerning, but I did see him get interviewed recently by Darren Boozman, the director of Saw 2.
He seems really lively.
He's very lively.
Yeah.
He's very with it. He's very healthy.
He's in good spirits.
So I'm not actually that concerned. I do feel like Tobin is very much up to the task. And if anything, Saw X is to go by, he's actually giving the best performances of his life at the moment. So
I mean, yeah, like him in Saw X is fantastic.
Phenomenal.
So,
Absolutely phenomenal.
Realistically, if we can get anything like that in Saw 11, I'm sure everyone is going to be stoked. However, there is some rumors floating around the Twitter sphere
Yes.
that Saw 11 may not be Saw 11 at all.
Game over.
So we did get, in the last couple of months, an interview with Jason Blum himself, the head of Blumhouse, who did reveal a couple things. Now, I'm going to quickly read the actual words from James Blum's mouth in this interview with Variety. He says, "It's really hard to make 10 movies in a franchise, and I don't take that away from the original series producers. I'm grateful to them for allowing us to continue. My creative outlook is what I always preach. Get the people who made the magic in the first place more involved. James Wan, the original director, will be hugely involved. That's how we're going to reinvent it."
I think this is what we were all afraid of when we heard that Blumhouse bought the rights to the Saw franchise. We instantly, all of us collectively, were like, "Oh my God, reboot."
Yes.
And I think that was, at the time when we were all talking about this, that was worst case scenario for us. And now it seems to be like that it could very well be happening. Look, there are, some good things about Blumhouse taking over. It does mean that Leigh Whannell is back in the picture.
Yes.
He does seem to be writing the movie. So that's exciting, at least.
Well, last we checked in, he was writing a new script. Now, when, of course, Saw was announced to be purchased by Blumhouse, he very prominently wrote on his own social feed that he was writing a new script. And since then, not a peep.
Radio silence.
In the last 6 months, he has not mentioned anything about his script or Saw or anything. So we don't have 100% confirmation on this.
Like, no one from Blumhouse has confirmed anything. The only bit of information we've got is that Leigh Whannell was writing a script. I think it's easy for us to all jump to conclusions here. I mean, when you think about the timeline that the release of Saw 11 has taken, it's messy. Like, we got a release date, and then that got pushed back, and we got another release date, and then it got cancelled, and then it got given to Blumhouse. I mean, it's really messy, and it's enough to kind of make you not really care about where this franchise is going.
Sadly, with the hype train has slowly diminished, and of course, as very big Saw fans, it's very sad to say that.
It's really sad.
I mean, this is a movie that was supposed to come out in 2024, which is just mental to think. Like that was the official release date they gave us, and now that was over a year ago. So it's been a long time. That being said, we do have our own theories on when the new movie is supposed to come out. Now, I'm firmly still holding hope that we might see this film maybe end of 2026, in about a year's time.
I think that that's a realistic time frame. I think that they're in a bit of trouble here. The longer they leave it, the interest is going to die down. And we can see that it is dying down dramatically already. And if they are going down the reboot route, they're already in a lot of trouble with interest with that kind of, that way that they're going.
Oh, 100%.
So the longer that they leave it, they're in a lot of trouble for how much this movie is actually going to be a profit for them. So I think 2026 or at the end of 2026 is a good guess. I mean, it makes realistically the most amount of sense. However, if we can go off their track record, anything could happen, really.
Well, I just think that Blumhouse needs to make a return on their investment here.
Oh, 100%.
You know, they've purchased this film or half purchased, and at the end of the day, if they're waiting till 2027, which, look, if it is further, I don't think it's going to be far into 2027.
Yeah,
like, worst
early.
case scenario, they can't go much further than a year from now, because how long are we going to wait now? How many years between? It's just too much. And if they do reboot it without Tobin Bell, bad news. But if they want to, time is ticking hardcore. Time really is ticking.
I mean, Reboot is scary. We've seen Jigsaw. We know how that went. It's not to say it's necessarily an awful film. It's just not what Saw fans wanted. So if Reboot is where this franchise is headed, we better hope that Leigh Whannell is going to pull something out of his ass here.
Yeah.
We saw his last movie, which was Wolfman. I mean, I didn't mind the film, but it got caned at the with the critics.
I mean, it was always going to be not a huge blockbuster film for sure.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens there. Reboot, I'm sure you're all as upset as we are. We all want to know what happened to Hoffman in that bathroom. But unfortunately, with Blumhouse buying this picture, I really don't think we're ever going to find out.
It seems like that's the case. I still made the commitment to Zoe that if the movie doesn't get made, Saw 11, that I will find a way to crowdfund money and hire Costas Mandylor to film that bathroom scene so we can watch him get out. And I think that would be a worthwhile project. So
I think it would be too.
I still hold true to that fact that if we don't see it, we're going to make it happen. So don't worry, guys. We'll get him out. If we have to do it personally, we will get Mark Hoffman out of that.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll even get like Strom or someone crazy to open the door for him.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Exactly.
You know, that's on us.
I think it could be really cool.
We'll sort that out. Don't worry. But I think in terms of the reboot, which the rumor has been thrown around a lot lately, seems to be the case. Now, in terms of the reboot, I think we just want to quickly say what we think is going to happen with that reboot. Personally, I do believe with the reboot, the complete start of the Saw universe, that they will get Tobin Bell to reprise as John Kramer and start again. Because I do think that they were always, and they constantly say that they were sad or, you know, they always regretted the idea of killing him off in Saw 3. If you listen to any commentaries or just interviews in general, they sort of go, why did we do that? You know, and then they constantly try to bring him back in flashbacks in every single film after. So the idea that they could bring him back in a reboot and have him alive and be that central character, obviously it's great from a fan perspective and from their perspective. Obviously, well, you know, how many years has he got in him? I don't know. But I know that you don't feel as maybe confident that that's going to happen.
I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that unfortunately in this case, a reboot means a complete reboot. I think that we've seen what Blumhouse is capable of doing when it comes to horror, and I just don't think that that's it. I see it being another scenario where there is a copycat killer that is taking up the Jigsaw legacy and making it their own. We saw that with Logan. We saw that with William Shank. I just feel like that's the road it's headed down, which is actually quite scary because when you think about how badly those two films did, it wasn't good. But I just don't think that I don't think that they're going to bring back.
But if they don't bring Tobin Bell back, who is going to play the actual Jigsaw himself?
A copycat.
But if it's a new universe, is it not going to be like the main?
I don't think it's going to be a new universe per se.
You don't think so? You think they'll just do literally side?
I don't think that they're going to ride off the story that we already know. I just feel like they're not going to touch it again. It's just going to be a completely new universe. Maybe set 10, 20 years down the track. I don't know. But I just feel like that's where it's headed again, which is terrifying. But hopefully with Leigh Whannell at the helm, it'll be better.
Another attempt at a Spiral-esque film.
That's what it feels like this franchise is headed. I mean, what else can you do unless you completely wipe it and do a remake rather than a reboot?
Well, that's what I think they're doing.
If that's the case, you have to recast everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I can't see that for a franchise like Saw.
I think it's very, very hard to do it, but it's just at that point now where they want to start fresh.
It's so hard to do it when the story is as convoluted and like intricately woven
Yeah,
as
it
it
is.
is. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point in remaking it?
Because
We've
they want to
seen
undo
it.
all of those intricacies. They want to just start fresh and get rid of all of those,
Yeah, it's
connections
just,
and stuff
I don't
like
know.
that.
That scares me.
Oh, it's scary,
lot,
yes.
yeah.
What are the odds that they could pull off a reboot, like a complete reset of the universe?
Yeah.
They're not going to pull it off.
And how often
Obviously.
have horror movie remakes really made
Never.
it? Never.
Never. But at the same time, how often has a remake had the original writer, creator, and possibly original star come
True.
back?
True.
So there is a few things going. If you were telling me that a no-name writer and Tobin Bell was definitely not attached, then I'm like, well, this is going to be fucking terrible.
Yeah.
This is going to be horrendous. But I have hope. I have some hope.
Okay.
I have some hope.
Okay.
So who knows? At the end of the day, it's got to be at some point that we get some sort of update within the next couple of months, I feel like. Whether that is a 2026 release or slightly after, they got to start this train up at some point. There's got to be some information. They got to start actual production on this movie. They can't sit around forever. And it has been 6 months. I don't think that they're planning to just shelve the franchise. So we can't be far off, guys. And I know you guys have been waiting a little while for us to sit down and talk about stuff, but there just hasn't been any information.
No, there
You know?
hasn't. I mean, it's all speculation at this point.
Yes,
So.
and we've all been speculating, and you've heard us speculate over and over again. So we waited a little bit, but here we are again.
To tell you that nothing has happened.
Nothing has happened, and as excited as we've been in previous videos talking about the release schedule of this film, it just keeps getting knocked back, and
Our hopes just keep getting crushed, really.
that's right. But as I've said before, any updates, we will let you know. All right? And even though Costas Mandylor isn't even in the film this time, he's probably not going to be in Saw 11. If he does fart, we'll let you know. Any small update, we'll keep you posted, guys. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video.
See you next time, guys.
Game over.